Hello, welcome to a brand new video. This has been a while since we've sat down and done a video like this, but it's a little bit of a rainy day here. And we thought we would sit down and do a video that could be quite interesting. It's almost a second part to a video we've already filmed.
Yeah.
So as you can see by the title of the video, we're gonna look at some British habits that we've had to pick back up, basically, in moving back to the UK. So if you don't know, we've spent some time in the Philippines. If you're a regular viewer on the channel, you know our whole story and everything we've been doing over the last couple of years. We used to film these videos occasionally.
It was more of a lockdown thing, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was like, we couldn't really go out, let's film a video. We're talking through a topic, like 5 things, 7 things. I think it's 8 today. Is it 8?
It's always a random number.
It's a random number.
I think today is 8.
Sometimes
we've made a little list.
It's been 11, I think was our top.
Yeah, so before it was so interesting to... The reason we love travel is to see different cultures, different ways of lives, how people live, and what life looks like in different places and countries around the world. We spent a lot of time in the Philippines and got to know that culture so well. So much so that we realised we'd lost some British habits. So we made a video, we'll pop it here, you can see that. But today, because we spent so much time there and now we've come back...
It's things that we've adjusted to in coming back.
Yes.
Things that we may have... It's kind of similar stuff, I suppose, but it's more like the other side of it. So like things that we need to relearn, or like things that we're not used to doing because we've been out of the country for a little while. Things
that surprised us coming back here. We're like, oh yeah, that is so different here.
Yeah.
And we'd kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
It's strange, like if you spend enough time in one place, you do change as a person.
Definitely.
So we're gonna get into this. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. The like button on YouTube also goes a long way. Really helps YouTube share the videos to other people. So if you like the video today, please hit that little like button, totally free, takes 1 second. So, I like these videos.
I do as well.
It's a lot of fun. Lucy's made a list.
Number one is like the staple British diet. So like obviously, but just before we go into this whole video, we're going to be generalising, we're going to be probably being a little bit stereotypical, we're going to be speaking on behalf of an entire country, but we're just 2 people.
We are.
So like obviously it's a bit exaggerated.
In all of our videos we always say we're only speaking about our own experiences.
And our own opinions.
That's all we can do, that's all we can do.
So for us, we've noticed that the British diet is something that we didn't partake in so much out there because there was a lot of ingredients we couldn't get. There was a lot of food that we wouldn't sort of go to naturally. We'd be cooking sort of a bit more sort of fresh, light foods, more sort of Asian cooking, more noodle-based dishes, more fried rice, more... you're really rocking this chair. I'm a bit concerned it's going to break.
No, it's fine.
You sure? It's ridiculous. Look, feel that.
Oh yeah. Oh, should be alright.
But in England, you have a lot more potatoes. Like there's so many potatoes here, and there's a lot more like the classic, a potato, a meat, and a vegetable, and that's like a staple meal.
Yeah.
Just done in different ways, basically.
I would say our diet improved out there. We were eating a lot more varied things and a lot more fresh things. I think...
Yes and no, because the takeaway options were way better out there.
That's true.
And we were eating a lot more takeout food.
So for example,
we are
now eating way less rice than we would have been out there. We are eating more bread and more sandwiches and things like that. Eating more, like if our family cook for us, it's usually maybe meat, potatoes, vegetables,
or pasta, a lot of pasta dishes. But saying that,
pie, like, shepherd's pie.
There's still like we haven't just come back and like just started being really unhealthy. We're still eating like a lot of vegetables and a lot of proteins and stuff. But the carbohydrate is the difference. The staple carbohydrate feels very different out here.
It's easier to, and it's also easier to eat kind of pre-packaged, made, ready food here because that is all over the supermarket.
Yeah, we try and avoid it.
Cheap.
But when we were renovating this place, it was the easiest thing for us, so we did eat a little bit of that.
So our diet has changed.
Our diet definitely changed.
And we're kind of trying to do something in the middle right now. Have a little bit of the British stuff, but also we still love cooking Asian food.
I love cooking
some
Asian
Filipino food and stuff.
Yeah.
Number 2. This is interesting. This is like a general public kind of observation. People are less chatty in public and in shops and in stores and in towns and shopping malls and things like that. So,
it could also be like a COVID thing. People are keeping their distance. We haven't been here since that. It might be just that, but I think generally we've noticed it anyway. Yeah,
I think people, don't get us wrong, people are very friendly here, and we have had nice chats with strangers in the streets and in shops and stores.
In shops and in supermarkets.
I've also realised that I think one of the main things, there are no guards in anywhere in the UK basically, and I think whenever you would walk into a store in the Philippines, there'd be that kind of like good morning, good afternoon.
Like a greeting.
There'd be that greeting straight away, which would then set you up for the rest of it. There would also be a lot more people working in the stores in the Philippines. So you're
going off on a tangent here.
Oh, am I skipping ahead? I think people here keep themselves more to themselves.
Yeah.
And especially if we're vlogging, we've had to really adjust our vlogging habits here.
Definitely.
Because,
we've been taking the small camera out more than the big camera.
Yeah, that's why. People are not wanting to be on film, which is totally fine. It's understandable.
And they're more like, why are you filming?
Yeah.
I feel like in the Philippines it's like, oh, you're a vlogger. It's quite obvious.
People, if they saw us vlogging out there, would always come up to us, ask us what our channel is. They'd like say, oh, I'll subscribe, I'll have a look,
We'd have a lot more conversations with strangers out there.
Yeah, that does happen here.
Yeah.
But sometimes people don't quite know what vlogging is, or they still don't know why you're filming yourself, or why you've got a camera out in public.
They don't want to be filmed, which is totally fair enough. We don't film people here. Like,
no,
not that we went around and filmed loads of people there, but like we're
more conscious.
We're more conscious, yeah.
Definitely.
So number 3 is the temperature that we're looking for. So back out there, we would often be out and about and walking around, and we'd say, oh, let's just go into that shop. Let's just go buy some water from 7-Eleven just to cool down, get some AC.
Let's go to the mall. It'll be cool in there.
Yeah. And here, it's like the opposite. You're outside and you're thinking, let's go back to the car and put the heated seats on. Let's go back home and put the heating on. It's really cold.
Let's get into a coffee shop to warm up and get a hot drink.
And it's been so long for us, like that was such an old habit since we were kids, like wrapping up, being warm. But now it's, for us, we're not used to having to look for heat. We're used to having to look for cooler temperatures.
And even the way we dress in the mornings and choosing our outfits. What is that?
That's point number 8, George.
Okay, we're skipping ahead to the end of the video.
We can do number 8 and then we can go back.
I like how we've split these out.
I know. Number 8 was wearing coats and layers. Like, we've not been wearing them at all.
In the morning, we have to think about how we're going to stay warm for the day.
Yeah, and consider, like, if we're going to be indoors, so if we need layers so we can take some off.
Yeah.
And if we need to wear a scarf or not, and if we need to wear a hat and gloves or not.
So much to think about. Don't know how we get anything done.
But it's funny because, like, back there, out there, you just wear one layer.
I would have like one pair of shorts that I'd wear all week.
Yeah.
Disgusting. And like just change a few t-shirts.
A t-shirt and some trainers and socks, yeah.
Or even sliders if we're on an island or something.
And then if we're going for dinner, you might put a denim jacket on.
Potentially.
Maybe.
But get boiling whilst walking to the restaurant, but I want to look cool in BGC. So I'd put that denim jacket on. And sometimes trousers. Long pants, but...
Did you know that you do the Spider-Man thing all the time?
No,
you don't.
Do I?
I've been needing to tell you this.
No, I don't.
The other day I was looking for a thumbnail.
It's not true.
And you were like doing this hot. You were like this.
I do not. I
Let's just look at the video. Let's rewind and watch.
And sometimes trousers.
Sometimes.
Long pants.
When you do this, you think you're doing that, but you're actually going like this. It's
weird.
Very weird.
Number 4 is an observation we've made whilst eating and dining with friends and family. If you go out for dinner here, you generally order your own meal. You choose one thing on the menu that you want, and you order it, it comes, you eat it and you enjoy it, and that is it. Yeah. No one shares food, with the only exception being, interestingly, when we eat
Asian food. Yeah, so like when we went to like Bruja with Kim and Tom, we shared. When we went to a Thai restaurant the other day with your sister, we shared. Because it's more that kind of food. But when you go to a pub here, you're not gonna like order a beef roast dinner and a chicken roast dinner and share and have bits of each.
Yeah, or
it's more like a single meal.
Or like you order a pie and chips. You're not gonna share that with anyone else.
We would do that because we're like, let's try a chicken and a beef.
Or if you go to like an Italian restaurant, I would order like a pasta, my sister would order a pizza for herself. Yeah. You wouldn't really generally share. In the Philippines, we would always share food wherever we went, I think, with whoever we were dining with.
Yeah.
It would just be this family style dining, and there'd be like huge pile of rice in the middle of the table.
You just have yourself, you have a bit of that, a bit of that.
The vegetables are there, the meat's there, you can just have as much or little as you want and try a load of different things.
I love trying different foods. I think I do miss that slightly, and that's why we still do it. Like, if we go to an Italian restaurant, we might get like a pizza and a pasta and share.
We do it.
So we get to try more.
As a couple, but if we're dining out with friends or family, you don't really do it. Yeah. And I think Asian food calls for that sharing.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different dishes, but
and you want the flavours and
if you go to a pub in England and you order
shepherd's pie,
you're not gonna
then want to have a side of fish and chips with that. It doesn't go.
Yeah.
It's because it doesn't go.
The food doesn't go together.
That's why. But Asian food kind of works together. You want that with that. Because it's like, that's a salty one, that's a sweet one, that's the plain one.
And with Filipino food, it is always big portions. Think of the huge bowls of sinigang we would have.
It's always like
garlic rice.
2 to 4 people, or 2 to 3, or 1 to 2. Like, it's never like singular portions, really. Number 5 is our shopping habits and the way that we shop. So here it's like you go to the supermarket, you do your weekly food shop, you might do a couple of top-ups in the week at some little convenience stores, but generally you get everything you need for the week: meat, vegetables, proteins and dairy products and canned goods and whatever else you get in one place.
In one place at one time.
Obviously you can go to a butcher's, you can go to a bakery. There are a few little things we might get from elsewhere, but generally like our food shop's in one place. In the Philippines, in our sort of lifestyle in Manila, we would have like Rustans for a lot of our stuff, but then we go to Real Food for a lot of our stuff. Then we go to Santi's for a lot of our stuff.
Meat and cheese.
Then we might go to a bakery. We might go to what was it called? Toyo Bakery and get the sourdough. Like there was different foods that we would go to for different things.
Like a wine store to go and buy wine.
Yeah.
But now if we needed wine, we just choose one from the supermarket.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I think that's more common in the UK to do all your food shopping in one place. Back in the day,
it's more convenient, I suppose.
Like our grandparents will tell you that.
Yeah.
In the day, it used to be like you go to the butcher's for your meat, then you go to like somewhere else for all the other stuff, and like go to a pharmacy for your
I think to a farm
cold
for
and
your
flu
eggs.
tablets.
Yeah, exactly.
They probably didn't have cold and flu tablets, but you get what I mean. Now you would get everything in one place.
And I think I prefer the other way of doing it. I quite like going to like specialty shops for the things because it's going to be nicer. But usually it's much more convenient, I guess, in one place.
More expensive to do it that way. It can be if you get like higher quality things. But like for example, I've just bought coffee beans from the most amazing small local coffee shop, and they are 10 times better than the coffee beans I would ever get in supermarket and way fresher and things like that.
But that's different. I think there's some things in life that like you prefer. Like everyone probably has like a thing they prefer to get from a certain place. Like for you wouldn't buy supermarket coffee beans because you're like obsessed with coffee.
Yeah, I've had a taste,
and it's your like passion, and it's like almost like a hobby for you. So
it's
you're not gonna.
slope.
It's not like, oh, I want a coffee because I need to get rid of my headache. You love it. You enjoy it.
Get rid of my headache.
No, but you're like, you love it. You enjoy it. You want the nice enjoyment of a beautiful cup of coffee. So that is one of your things you do. You go and buy them. But I think everyone has something like that in their lives. I don't know what mine is.
They want like the better version of.
Yeah.
One funny little habit that we've noticed that we've picked up again: a quick fix for lunch. This was specifically relevant when we were
relevant when we were renovating.
Why did I choose these long words? This was specifically relevant when we were renovating our property here, because we didn't have time to cook. We didn't have a kitchen for half the time.
Yeah.
So we would go into a Co-op, a Tesco, these small convenience stores, and they would do these things for £3-ish.
Where are you getting it for £3? It's at least £3.50 now.
£3.50.
Sometimes £3.75.
Called a meal deal. It would be like a package option.
A meal deal.
A meal deal.
Not a meal deal.
It's a meal deal.
It's
a deal of a meal. It's a great deal. You would get like a sandwich, a snack. Could be a packet of crisps, could be some fruit, and then a drink.
Yeah.
And this would be such a convenient thing. So many different flavours of sandwiches.
We're like out and about, we've got errands, we're running all day, we're jotting left, right and centre, we don't want to come back and cook, so we're like, let's get a meal deal, eat it in the car, and then we can get on with our day quicker.
And in Manila, we never found that quick fix. I guess 7-Eleven did those small meals and things, but they were kind of hot food and cooked food.
Yeah, not something you can like eat on the go. Like, yeah, true.
Like
what would we
you
have
would never
that was
find a sandwich or a wrap or like a quick
medley. We'd have.
Yeah, but even then, that's like
have to wait
quality
for
cooked food.
And you'd have to wait like 20 minutes for it to be cooked, and it was like much more of a slow process. Right?
And any restaurant we ordered from would be like a full meal. So
true.
I think that's quite a good thing that we've picked up again.
Yeah.
Not the healthiest.
No, you can.
Because
if you get like a nice granary bread, and then they do like some high protein, like hard-boiled eggs with spinach or like the fruit, like you can do it. You don't have to just eat badly.
For convenience, it's a good fix.
Yeah.
Number 7, Lucy wrote this down, but this does not apply to me because I still don't do this, and I never did, even in England.
I haven't read it.
Drinking tea. I swear I'm the only British person in the world who doesn't drink tea. I never have done, and probably at this point never will. I still don't like the taste. I tried it recently. Thrilling. Cool story, bro.
No, it is a cool story. It is strange you don't like it, and I can understand why you don't like it because it is an odd taste. It's not. I don't drink it.
Thank you. I think so.
I don't drink it, and I'm like, delicious. But it's kind of like addictive.
But honestly, when we had workers in this place when we were getting it renovated, we had plumbers, builders, electricians. We offered them a drink.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted a cup of tea.
I don't know why I like it. It is a nice taste, but I don't know why. But then I find the same with coffee. Coffee doesn't taste nice. It does taste nice, but it does. It tastes like bitter. It's a weird taste. You know what I mean? It's not like you're eating like a Nutella bagel or
let's see
something.
what you mean.
Like it's not like, it's an unusual taste that you enjoy the process of drinking it. I can't describe it, but I don't know. Tea's weird, but anyway, I don't drink it at home still, but if we go around like the grandparents' house or they offer me a cup of tea.
Or like my mum always says, do you want a cup of tea, Luce?
Go on then, and I'll have it. And I didn't have it at all out there.
Sugar or no sugar?
No sugar.
Okay. So there we have it. That is some British habits, observations. We thought it'd be a fun little video. Now we've spent more time here again. This is the longest time we've spent in the cold, in a wintry environment for years.
August 2018.
Yeah, so we are still adjusting. We still have many, many more months of winter. Many more months of winter ahead of us. Will we get some snow? Who knows? You'll have to keep watching the vlogs.
We did literally, we filmed a vlog about it.
No, we did have a little bit, but I mean like a real
like proper snow. That was a light sprinkling.
Yeah, that would be epic if we got some real snow. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Look out for our vlogs. If you've missed some recent videos, go back. We're still uploading every other day, so there's tons of videos on the channel. I'm gonna get my Spider-Man hands out again.
I can't wait for you to watch this back and realise that you did it.
I have to be engaging. If I just sat here with my hands on my knees and just spoke quiet. We'll see you in the next one. I can't not do something with my hands.